shout them out. I'm relying on you, Alain, to read them out immediately when they get posted, so that we keep it interactive.
Yes, I will do. No problem.
So yes, I'm one of the co-founders of the company Ciao, which is the company behind the Connects platform. I'm originally from the Netherlands, but based in Belgium, and I started my career working for a big multinational company. It was a British company. That's how I moved initially from the Netherlands to Belgium, to Brussels, and I worked for them in various countries around the world. In the area of sales, marketing, and general management. I'm not a tech guy. We have other co-founders that are responsible for the technical part of our platform. But when I left this big company, and set up my own business back in Brussels, I realized that when you work for a big multinational company, you have a fantastic network. You have your colleagues around the world. You have the partners and suppliers that you work with. So you're really kind of living in a self-contained atmosphere. But when you start out as an entrepreneur, working as a consultant, you actually have to build your local network. And that's how I got involved initially with the British Chamber of Commerce in Belgium, and where I met the other co-founders of our platform. And we were playing various roles in the chamber, from let's say, one of our co-founders was the president, to board members, and we came to the realization that chambers of commerce, that they are vital organizations to represent the business communities in their countries or between countries. But that in order to continue to play that role in the 21st century, it is important that they digitalize and that they benefit from the fact that they are part of these international networks. And that's why we came up with the idea to build a platform that connects chambers of commerce and their members on one platform. But a platform that is governed by the chambers. That means that every company on the platform is either a member of a chamber of commerce and validated by these chambers of commerce, but also that the chambers of commerce are there to support their members. And that means their own members, but also the other members on the platform. And Leila will show you how that works in a minute. Now, where we stand out from other platforms is the fact that it's a platform that is moderated and governed by chambers of commerce, but also our approach to business development and our approach to online business. And what I will do, I will take you through our philosophy, the insights that are behind it, and they will be illustrated by Leila as well. The key thought behind our platform Connects is that it's not only a B2B platform, business to business platform, but we like to think of our platform as also a business for business platform. And the idea behind that is that, as you all know, business is not purely about transactions. Business ultimately is about human relationships. It's about relationships between humans that know each other, that like each other, or that have an affinity with each other. And that ultimately trust each other. And that means that in order to have a successful business, you cannot just focus on selling. You have to build relationships between companies. And when, let's say, business was done purely local, that is more easy because you're doing business with your family members, next door neighbors. When you do business internationally, that is actually more difficult. And therefore, it does make sense that by building these relationships initially, you do not purely focus on, let's say, I sell this or buy this. If you do, great. But also, it's very often that you actually develop relationships in the business world by collaborating with each other, by sharing information, by learning from each other. And this is really what we have created on the Connects platform. So it's a business-to-business environment. But at the same time, it's a platform that allows you to work together in communities and create shared experiences with people that have a common purpose. And we will show you in a minute how that looks, what that looks like, how it works. But I just wanted to focus on the inside. Why have we made these changes, or why have we developed this different approach? And like I said, the first bit is the insight that whether we do business in a let's say the traditional way, person to person, or in a digital way, business continues to be done human to human, and the way the human brain works it has not really changed as a result of digitalization. We're still the same humans with the same instincts. That means that we need to feel safe. We need to feel trusted when we do businesses with each other. So, and that's something that needs to be realized in a way that can also be done in a digital space. So that's very important. The other insight that we realized and based the platform on is that digitalization and particularly social media have completely changed the way you do business. Where it used to be that a networking event at the Chamber of Commerce or in another different setting would be the first instance that you meet someone and you meet someone new and you start a relationship. Today, it's actually most people, and particularly people that are making buying decisions, will already use the internet to do research about potential suppliers. They will already know when someone contacts them, what this person's LinkedIn profile is, what their Twitter sort of feed says. So they will already have an opinion, and therefore the need to let's say meet new people to develop new opportunities is actually less. And so much so that research has shown that 90%, so 90% of buyers no longer take cold calls. They no longer respond either to messages or to, if they do not already know the person. And of course that means that from the seller's perspective, it puts a very different emphasis on how you build relationships. In other words, your personal reputation as a business and as an individual business developer online becomes extremely important. Now, of course, COVID has accelerated all of this, and my understanding is that the situation in Romania has been particularly serious again. So that means that we have to do a lot of business online, and that is actually something what we also realize is that yes, you can do business online, and yes, in a matchmaking platform potentially you can meet a lot of people, but meeting someone in the digital space is only the start of a relationship. So there is a match, so that means that you know each other, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this the affinity is there, the trust is there, and that's why we believe that in a digital space you need to work even harder to build these human relationships than you would do otherwise. So it's a platform like Connects is not a magic solution. It still requires work. Algorithms can help, artificial intelligence to come up with matches, but ultimately the relationship of the relationship building between humans is something that requires effort. And there's a classic saying for chambers of commerce: the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And the same applies to a platform like Connects. The more active you are, the more you engage with people, the more you share information, the more you build your reputation online, the more you will, people will respond to that. And and why do you need to do more of that online? It's very much linked to the way humans communicate with each other. What is interesting is that in terms of let's say the communication between individuals, 55% of your communication is actually through your body language. So your gestures, your attitude, your position. And of course, seeing me on video only gives a sort of one dimension of how I communicate. 38% of the way we communicate is through the tone of voice, and which leaves only 7% of the actual words that are being conveyed, that are kind of getting the message across. So you can imagine that if you're not sitting face to face, you will have to kind of overcompensate that, and that means that the content of what you share, etc., is becoming more important to create the relationships. So this is enough for me. Thank you very much. I look forward to today's session. I'm going to hand over to Leila, who will introduce herself and then illustrate, let's say, the insights behind our Connects platform through a number of use cases. Over to you, Leila.
Thank you. And hello, everyone. Good morning. Bună dimineața. It's a pleasure for me to be here today and join all of you. And also, I applaud the initiative of the 3 chambers of commerce working together. It's a really good example of what collaboration can bring to business and why it is important to work together. And in this way, we can not only help each other, but it will help us build better business relationships, which is the whole idea behind the Connect platform. My name is Leila Lunguleac Pardașuc. I'm Romanian, born and raised in Făgăraș. My career has brought me to Spain. I live in Malaga. I am head of partnerships of Connect and also a professor of digital transformation strategies and new business models at the European University in Madrid. And over the past 8 years, I've been trying to find a new way of business development, more empathic, a way of bringing people together, especially in the IT sector, where my main focus is, and digital transformation. And of course, it's all of this research of trying to find partners outside of Spain to collaborate with companies has led me to the Connect platform. So I became first a user of the Connect platform more than 3 years ago. And last year, happy to say that I joined the Connect team and to help develop this place where we can all get together and build this trusted business relationships with the help of chambers of commerce. What I want to show you today is how the platform works, the B4B part of the platform that we have integrated with the community and the community features, and with some concrete examples. So please, if you have any questions, write them in the chat. Let us know what you think. Let us know how we can help and how the platform can adapt to your needs. Because at the end of the day, we want to have a place that can respond to what you're looking for to achieve and to facilitate this kind of communication and to build bridges between companies and also to extend your reach as a business. I'll quickly share my screen and you will be able to see the community side of the platform and the part that Joost described earlier as business helping business, so business for business. Being a member of a specific community of interest and making the most out of your verticals, I think it's the first step that you need to take within the Connect platform. So you can search the communities that are a good fit for your sector, for your business. In this way, you can become a member of a community and start building your brand, start networking with people that share the same interests, that are active in the same sector, that are looking for advice, that are looking for providers in the same sector as you are. You can see the Belgian, Luxembourg, Romanian Chamber of Commerce is always on top 3 in our communities. Because they are really active and they have a lot of members. So here is a specific community where you can communicate with other members of the Chamber of Commerce, share your expertise, share your experience, know-how, and build a strong community with the help of a chamber. We have mentioned and Joost has spoken a lot about some keywords about digital presence, digital transformation, sustainability, and we all know the digital transformation. Why not become a member of a community that is around digital transformation and help you build that? Or if you are active in the field, see what the needs are in specific markets, how you can help, how you can share your expertise, and also receive advice and information from other markets. So if I am interested in digital, I can just browse and see what kind of communities around digital we have on the Connect platform. So you can see a few of them. I'll just quickly show you some examples. The digital transformation community that I started at the beginning of this year was dedicated to people in the field. Just by becoming a member, you can share what you are doing in terms of digital transformation, get in touch with people from all around the world and also chambers of commerce. And the idea of the community was to bring companies that are working in tech, to bring them together. And you can see different events, interviews with experts in the field. What we are organizing every Friday is a Friday coffee with the members of the community, so we can get to know each other. And we see that a lot of business is being done through communities and through this type of specific events. So within the Friday coffee that we had last week, we talked a lot about ESG, so environmental social governance. And we brought together some companies that were active in Africa with some companies that were active in Europe. And they were talking a lot about how they can build bridges between the two continents. And now after an event like this, just a networking event inside the community that they attended, they had meetings and online meetings, and are working together to see how they can build this kind of trusted networks and trusted relationships between Africa and Europe. And it was even a big emphasis on Romania and on Romanian market, and how a network of companies from Romania can get in touch with companies from Africa and vice versa. What also happened during a Friday coffee event, so just companies joining an event inside a community, is also a success story for us, because one of our recent partners, which is a company that activates in training and events around Industry 4.0 from Romania actually, was introduced to us by an AR company also from Romania, who joined the coffee. They just seen in the newsfeed a post about the coffee. They joined it. They saw that we were looking to open up new communities around Industry 4.0, and just introduced us to one of their business partners. And now we are working together, and they actually created their own community on Connect, organized their own events around Industry 4.0 on Connect. And in this way, it was very easy for us to find out what is going on in terms of the Industry 4.0, and especially in Romania. And we were quite pleased to find out this kind of information from other members of chambers of commerce and other members of a specific community, who just dropped by to say hello in an event. And it's very easy to get in touch with someone after an event or after seeing the recording, because here in the video section, if you are not able to join a specific event, you can see the recordings of that event. And if you want to contact someone, so for instance, let's say I see this interview with Nicholas Bryce, who's a trainer, who's an expert in digital leadership, I can just drop him a line, because he's also a member of the community, search for his name, see information about the company, see information about the networks of the Chamber of Commerce where he is a member of, and send him a message. And in this way, we are able to get in touch with someone and not and avoid the cold calling, because you've seen the data that that Joost showed you earlier. If I write a message to Nicholas saying, like, we are a member of the same community, I've seen the interview that that you gave, how you're using the Connect platform, and I would like to get in touch, I would most certainly get a reply from him. Probably if I write to him on LinkedIn, it won't be the same. It won't have the same impact, of course. Another topic that I wanted to mention is focus on sustainability and ESG, because now it's another hot topic and companies will need to provide information in this regard. So why not join communities that are tackling this subject, that are offering advice in this matter, where you can also share the projects, the ideas that you have. Basically build your brand and brand awareness within different communities by posting the projects you're working on, by posting some of your services, by just reaching out to people and offering help and receiving help. In this way, it's very easy to be contacted by other companies because they see how active you are. So building your digital presence, if you want, within the Connect platform helps you achieve this. Not only you have a profile where you put information about your company, about yourself, posting of opportunities and so on, but people can see if you are a member of a specific community, how active you are in that community. If you are someone who shares information and know-how inside that community, then of course people will reach out to you. And it's a way to build business and develop your business and also broaden your reach. Growing your brand, you can start with your own community as well. It's a possibility for companies to build their own communities around a specific topic. They can also monetize on that and organize their events, invite people from the platform, from outside the platform, and start growing their network there. An example in this sense is a company association of companies who joined us recently, and they organize different events in November. So they have 12 webinars in the month of November, different topics. I'll just show you in a minute. And they decided to use Connect in order to grow their brand and use the platform to host all the events that they have in store for us in November. So people can see the events. They are around artificial intelligence. They are around online payments, sustainability, e-commerce, future of retail, some different topics. And people can see details about the events. They can join directly via the platform, add it to the calendar. They can join directly the events. And in this sense, they want to build their brand and help all their members keep in touch after the events, so that they can get in touch with one another. They can share ideas. They can, I see that there are some questions in the chat. Okay, so nothing new. Please feel free to interrupt me, Alan, when you have questions in the chat. Thank you. And until next year, of course, this community will only grow. And when they start organizing events and webinars for their members, and they want to get their members in touch with one another, it's going to be very easy, because every time a new member joins, they have access to everything that was shared inside this community and to all the events and to networking. So it's very easy when you have everything in one place. Another key point that we wanted to make today is around information, around sharing and receiving ideas, know-how, and building business in this way. In this sense, we have a community around Chambers executives, but it could be a community around executives in a specific sector or a specific field. What this community is all about is bringing Chambers executives together so that they can join in different projects like this one with the 3 chambers of commerce. They can share ideas, they can share and speak about external mission and commercial missions that they can organize online in the platform. They also have a coffee event every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, where all the executives of the chambers that are on Connect join in and have a brainstorm. This Wednesday, so tomorrow, they will have a meeting and they will discuss around ESG for SMEs. So I'm really keen to see what kind of ideas will emerge from this and the impact that it will have for their members, how they can help, and also the impact that it will have inside Connect. Because we are also building an ESG community, and we will have an event to launch that ESG community on Connect at the end of this month. So keep an eye out for new communities, and you're all invited to join in there, and let's see how we can make a change in that sense. So this is another example of how directives from chambers get together, work together, and build this strong network of partnerships. This can be easily replicated in another community. So for me, I think it would be really interesting to see a community around doing business in Romania or invest in Romania, where we can all bring our contacts together, organize sessions or virtual coffees or networking sessions, and explore more how we can help companies that want to invest in Romania to share with other members of other communities and other members of the platform what advantages, what sectors, the talent pool that we have in Romania, and what companies that activate in Romania stand for, and what are the new projects that are taking place there. So for us, it was a real pleasant surprise when we learned about the Industry 4.0 event that was taking place in Bucharest and united more than 1,000 companies from all over the world. And we learned about it from the Connect platform, from a community. We also see the need of building digital skills and having those digital skills to build a better presence online and a better business development online in an online world. And in this sense, another example is the Connect Skills Academy. So we decided to have a skills academy, and our members can access it for free, different training events around digital leadership, how to stand out in a digital world, and sales, B2B and B4B, so business helping business part, so that our members can have access to training events. They can follow the training, but a different kind of training, a training that is interactive. If you didn't manage to join any of our events, no problem, because you can see the recordings, and you can also get in touch. I'll just quickly. And you can also get in touch with all the speakers, all the experts in the field. You can get in touch with the people who participated or with the members of the community. And what this does is it gives you a broadened reach. It also helps you with advice from trainers. and you can also certify your digital leadership skills. So in this community, we organized 3 events. You can see them here and also access the recording around leadership skills, how to integrate the Connect platform into sales, marketing, and opportunities, and digital transformation strategies for chambers of commerce, but also for companies. So every training event was delivered by a different expert from a different sector. And you can see the recordings, you can contact them. And in this way, we want to provide all our members the materials and the know-how so that they can make the most out of the Connect platform. So if I want to contact, for instance, Peter, who was one of the trainers for how to integrate Connect platform, I can learn more about Peter by seeing some interviews with Peter, by commenting on the posts, by writing in the chat, or by contacting him directly. Or I can also contact the Chamber of Commerce, which is a very easy thing to do. So this is around our B4B part of the platform, so business helping business, and around communities. So my advice would be look into the new communities that are appearing on Connect. Become a member, request to join communities that are of interest, and start to promote your business there, to get to know those members and see all that information that is being shared. Participate in events of interest. If you cannot join, watch them afterwards, and feel free to contact any of the people that attended the event. So for instance, for this event that we are having today, it will be very easy because we are having the recording to be shared inside any of the chambers communities, and you can reach out to the people who participated. You can reach out to us, comment on it, and so on. What I also wanted to show you and give you a couple of examples is from the B2B part. So once you have your presence inside a community and you use the communities to have a closer contact, if you want, with those members in a specific sector, you can also access, if you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, you can also access the B2B part of the platform, which means that you can search for companies, you can search and post opportunities, and you can search for users. It gives you a really good reach database. These are the number of members that we have on the platform. And here you have the available number of companies with our external database. So it's a lot of information. It's really helpful when you do a market research. So you can find business partners, you can find clients, providers. You can also reach out to chambers of commerce and post your opportunities. So you can share your information about yourself, about your company, about your product, and if you fill that in, it's probably going to be easily for other companies to reach out to you when needed, because they have all that information there. Posting of opportunities, I'll show you how that works and also mention a concrete example of a success story. So we had a company from Colombia. They were searching for solar panels, providers of solar panels. So they decided to post an opportunity on Connect of buying, because you can see here we have 3 types of opportunities: buy, sell, or connect, of solar panels. They didn't know, they didn't have any providers in the area. They tried different ways to find providers, and then decided to use Connect in that sense. Once they posted the opportunity appeared on the first page of Connect. It was picked up by the Barranquilla Chamber of Commerce from Colombia, and also by the Belgian-Romanian Chamber of Commerce. And they got in touch with a company, a Romanian company. And it was a matter of days until they got together, and the Romanian company became a provider for the solar panels that the Colombian company was in need of. And it was really curious because they said, we never thought of searching for providers in Romania, in that part of Europe. So you never know. You might be looking for something specific, but actually you find it on another market. And this is the beauty of Connect, that you can be contacted by companies from all around the globe and find reliable partners from all around the globe. And it can definitely help you broaden the reach. Another example is of a software development company. They were looking to expand and have offices in Latin America. And they were testing different markets, trying to find information, and how they used the platform. They searched for companies, like software companies in specific countries. So these are members of Chambers of Commerce. Let's put in Colombia. So they were searching for companies there. They have this type of results, started contacting the Chamber of Commerce and also contacting the company. And in this way, they managed to find information and reliable partners and companies that were willing to work together with them and help them build awareness on that market. What they also did was get in touch with the chamber, because they've seen that a lot of software development companies and companies that are active in the field are usually members of the Barranquilla and Bogota Chamber of Commerce. And how they used the platform was going to networks and contacting those chambers directly. And now they are working together with Barranquilla Chamber of Commerce from Colombia and invest in Colombia so that they can have all the intel on Colombian market. They can have access to companies that they can contact and work together with them as partners. So this is something that you can always do. Contact the Chamber of Commerce, and they will speak with their members. They will give you information on that market. So I think that this is also the B2B part that I wanted to share with everyone. And thank you for your attention. I hope that we can see new communities like doing business in Romania. We would be more than happy to support this kind of initiatives. And we are happy to take all your questions and comments. Thank you.
It's all crystal clear. It's very clear, Lena. Nobody has questions. So
I see a comment from Ana Maria in the chat. They are operating in the fashion industry, seeking investor, financial business partners for daring development business plan for exponential growth. Anyone interested in investing in fashion industry? Okay, well, this type of message, it would be really good to be posted in different communities. We were actually exploring during the summer, and we had a really interesting project around the fashion industry and sustainability in fashion. So we see the need of having this type of community on Connect, and it would be really good to have people that are active in the sector contact us, and also posting it as an opportunity. And apart from that, finding a community and start talking with people around the fashion industry and what kind of business partner you are looking for. I don't know if anyone else has any other questions, or if anyone wants to intervene live.
We've given a lot of information to you, so I'm sure you need to digest some of it, but we would be interested to hear from you as well. What are your challenges of doing business in, let's say, in the post-COVID business world, where it's difficult to travel, where a lot of business development activities need to be done digitally? And I was curious to hear what you see as your number one challenge in this area. So please, if you would like to share that with us.
I would like to share something. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much, Leila and Joost, for presenting Connect. I think the biggest challenge now from a business development perspective, if we think of Connect as a business development platform, obviously exchange is important too, but I think it's the need to identify, let's say, which online meetings are really worth it to attend in terms of the opportunities to connect, the quality of the people, and the willingness of the people to focus. Because what I realize is many times I'm in online meetings, many people are muted or somehow the video is not on, and I understand this, but I think this is my biggest challenge attending online meetings, to somehow distinguish between the things that could really be beneficial, and then I would continue it. So I guess it's more this like kind of case study, one successful case study for me, and then I think jump on these opportunities. I think that's my big challenge in general, to answer your question.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. And do you have any ideas how you would solve that? Sort of.
Unfortunately, not from both sides, but both as a potential client and also as a platform provider. No, it's actually tricky. I guess solving this could happen with real case studies. Somehow seeing that a peer of mine or a peer somewhere really was successful. I guess it's about word of mouth, and really making people commit to come. And I guess 10 really committed people are a lot better that interact than 80 that just are there but are not willing to connect, or they think they should be there or whatever. So I guess this is the general real challenge, because we're all bombed with online meetings. We have to do them, but we still need to do business, and ideally we want to have fun, right? So I guess that's a challenge.
But what you're describing is one of the thoughts behind doing business in community, because you invite, let's say, like-minded people, or people that have a common purpose or interest, the likelihood of getting, because it's all about engagement. How engaged are people online? And that's one of the reasons why we decided to develop communities on Connect, is that instead of having, let's say, the open B2B space where it's 35,000, and it's like, it's too big. So you need to kind of narrow it down to, and I invite you to join one of our coffee sessions, for example, because it's really interesting how intimate these conversations become, and how much people get out of it, because we are actually surprised about it ourselves, where the topics are quite open, the teams are quite open, but it's kind of getting people online, getting real engagement, getting a real conversation. That it's very rare that out of what started as a kind of non-descriptive conversation, an opportunity arose. New people that met each other, that took business offline to have further conversations. But it's the intimacy where it starts. You need to be personally engaging, because otherwise, you may as well send an email or whatever. Then it's not having the impact. So but it's a real challenge, and that's what I started in my initial introduction is business will always be done human to human, and it's how do you connect in the digital space, and that's what we are trying to explore, and we see a lot of examples of how that works, and we're hopefully inspiring all of you today to just try it out and just make it work. Digital is very different. You can't make really mistakes. You can just try stuff and see whether it works. You must not be too worried. It fits in a much more kind of new way of working, which is more agile. You have an idea, you test stuff, you do it. If it works, you continue it, you scale it up. If it doesn't work, you try something else, and it doesn't cost anything. So you can just try it as often as you can.
I tell you what, Joost, thank you so much. I will join a coffee break and do that because you inspire me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if I may join. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Thank you for this introduction in your platform. Now I can tell you for sure that you made me curious, so I promise that I will join it anyway. So that I'll do that.
Please do.
I have to confess that although I tried once, like a couple of months ago, I never succeeded to get in. That was a lack of focus, obviously. But now I'm really curious, and I promise you I'll do it. On the other hand, coming to your question, Joost, I think that one of the big problems that we need to have it solved somehow is the trust. You know, I mean, when you are part of a community, it doesn't matter what kind of community, is it online, offline, or whatever. One of the biggest problems is if you trust the others, and especially in business. So I think, and I guess that probably this would be one of the things that, I don't know, connecting through a network of chambers of commerce with some, maybe there will be some credentials behind or something. I don't know exactly how to handle this one again. So I will just be curious to join, and I will see if this is working or not. You know, that's one of the biggest problems that I see in this moment. So I've been 30 years in corporations, either IT or energy, and since 2 years ago, I started my own businesses, mostly in consulting. And I'm really curious to see if we can expand our reach to become more like regional or something like that, instead of staying in our own bubble. But that brings this question about trust, because if there will be, I don't know, just think about that. If there will be a company in Netherlands trying to move and open businesses in Romania, for example, but it doesn't matter, anywhere else, some questions that will come out pretty fast will be, okay, to whom do you talk to?
Yes.
You know, I mean, how do you join? And obviously...
You're on mute, Marius?
Yeah, you muted yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how, because I didn't touch anything, but strange things happen on online. So, you know, usually big companies they go to the big four or something. So they just go on a big advisor, and then they start do something.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how it will work.
Yeah, I know you mentioned a very important point, Marius, trust, because it's how do you build trust online? Actually, the name of our company, TIAO, T-I-A-O, is an acronym which stands for Trust is an Outcome. And so that is really very much what we believe in from a platform point of view. Usually you can't buy trust. Well, yes, you can go to the big four and then you buy trust because it's a trusted brand, but actually trust is an outcome based on accountability. So do you keep your promises? On transparency, do you know who you're dealing with, know your customer? And on delivery, so do you do what you say that you will do? And it's
I swear I didn't know that. So about Yao, you know,
that's why you're giving me the good opportunity to share that with you. But that's really what the philosophy is behind sharing information, working together, sharing experience. That is what builds trust. And it's not like you cannot do that in 1 second. It takes time. So you build relations, and we've seen fantastic examples of building trust in communities, building trust on, I mean, the fact that Leila joined us as a team member in our own team was a result of the relationship that was developed in a digital space. As a result of COVID, the first time Leila met us, the team here in Brussels, was this summer. And that was after already working with us for more than a year and being a kind of trusted member on the platform for nearly 3 years. And that shows you the power of making connections, trusted connections, even when you've never met each other. It's really unbelievable. But it requires time. It doesn't happen instantly, because that's in magic. We don't believe in magic. We believe in work to achieve results.
Yeah. But we have a lot of examples in this sense. So like two companies got together on the platform. They haven't met, only online, but they had this trust. They managed to get in touch. They had good references from the chamber, from administrator of different communities, and they built a business together in the Caribbean, all online. And it's a good way to find out more about the company that you're contacting, because we also have a lot of data behind, so we know how active that company is. The chamber knows how active that member is, who they're contacting, if they answer the messages, if other meetings emerge from a message sent on the platform. You can also contact the administrator of the community where that company is a member of and ask them. They attended, I don't know, few coffees. If you ask me, for instance, from the members that I have inside my community, I can easily tell you that over the past 8 months, this company has joined almost every Friday all the coffees, and I know information about their project. I know that they're reliable. I know if that they've been contacted by other companies and now they're working together with them. And I have this kind of information just by hosting a networking event and organizing it inside my community.
I see Manuela, she posted a comment about, I do not think that, would you like to elaborate on the comment yourself, Manuela?
Hello, yes, please excuse me for not turning on the video. I'm currently traveling it would be a bit difficult, but I'm always interested in the developments of Connects as a commercial background, like forever. All the tools are very interesting, and I was just wondering myself whether it would be appropriate to raise the topic of how such a platform could stimulate interconnectivity and interactivity at the level of the participants. Mm-hmm. As I have written in the chat, I think this second thought of mine is also left with each and every one of us. But what would really make a difference in terms of networking would be stimulating initiative, because we all know it's easy to be there. It's easy to see something really nice, a nice tool. Then we get back to our regular work and we forget about it. And we remember maybe later when we have a bit of a pressure of, I don't know, deadline, or of a pressure of target, that, oh, you know, there was this tool. Wow, how in the world I haven't used it?
Yeah, no, I think your comment is absolutely right, and Marius Persinarus is agreeing with you. It is, the tool can only do so much. It provides a bridge, and we can try and make it as user friendly as possible and as intuitive as possible, and add AI. But ultimately, you need to do the business, and you know your business best, and you need to develop a relationship with your peers. What our role is to give ideas, to stimulate, to share use cases like we are doing today. But yeah, it's your business. We cannot run your business for you. You need to do that yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking of in such, not the platform itself, but what you can add. I was thinking, sorry for being too intrusive. I was thinking that once in a while you could organize some networking events just to boost the visibility of the platform, and to also give each of the participants the chance to introduce themselves and their industries in very short speeches, like 60 seconds or something. Because right now we see a big number of participants, and this is fantastic. Congratulations for this. But I keep see, for instance, you see my name only, Manuela Tomai, doesn't ring a bell, doesn't tell you anything like all the other names. It would be so fantastic to have the opportunity to see what's behind us. And obviously, this is not what the platform has as a plan, as a meaning. It offers a tool. But if you add to this tool also this interactive approach, I think it will make a huge difference from everything else. Sorry for bringing up ideas, but it could be interesting, I hope.
Well, thank you, Manuela.
Thank you.
Yeah, because actually what you're describing is what we are showing. For example, with the coffees, and we have 3 chambers of commerce in the meeting today, and I invite them all to participate in the coffees as well, so you can see what the format is and how we do it, and you can replicate that in your own chamber, but also individual. So if you're a member of the chamber, why not work together with the chamber and initiate, because you can design these events around your industry specific or around the geography that you're interested in. It's really, there's a lot, you know, and that's the whole point about business for business, collaborating with each other. By creating these ideas and by collaborating on these ideas, there's amazing value that you can create for everyone. So please feel free to
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really interesting.
And actually in the coffee, every time you have a new member joining us, which happens every week, they have more time within the hour to present themselves, what they are doing, and everyone to jump in, and everyone is contacted after the coffee. So they exchange their contact details, they send messages to one another within the Connects platform. Yeah. And what you mentioned before with how to use it and to have Connect there in the back of your mind and always integrate it in your work, it's you stated exactly the idea that launched our Connect Academy, because we wanted to have experts there who can share their expertise, but they can also share their experience with the platform. So you get different views from people working in different sectors in digital, how they are using Connect. And you can see that in the recordings of the events, and you can also contact them to see how they've used and how they've adapted Connect in this way, and for them to help you integrate the tool within your work. But I think that this is great. We really need to know from each one of you your objectives, what you're looking for to achieve, and how the Connect platform can offer you different features that can work for you, that can specifically work for you. So for us, this is really, really important. And to contact us and your chamber, of course.
I see the time is running out, Alain. We'd love to continue this conversation. We have some other commitments that we have to go as well.
Yeah, I wanted to make 2 statements. Leila, there is a problem if you don't like coffee.
You can drink tea. We have people drinking tea, water. So
maybe, and that's also a question to the 2 other chambers. I would like to repeat this this session, but in Romanian language. What do you think?
Hello everybody, Just and Leila, thank you so much for joining us today and you know for your insights into how to use Connect. Also, thanks to the other 2 chambers of commerce who sort of supported us in putting up this event. Thank you so much. I think we can have a follow-up call, definitely. It seems that the feedback from the participants is really great. Just Leila, again, will probably send you an email with some of our ideas on how to sort of build on what we've been discussing today, just so to get your insights. And maybe, Ellen, we can have another call in a couple of weeks and then just take it up from there. Maybe the participants have another idea. If so, just drop us a line if that's okay. Send us an email. We're here. And yeah, I think that's it from us.
And on behalf of the British Chamber, thank you very much to our 2 speakers and to Alain and Manuel on behalf of the 2 other chambers. As I've just said in the chat box, the more you put in, the more you get out. And having a coffee session is to me a very easy way to put something in and see what comes back from it. It comes down to a question. You can hear what someone says, or you can see what they mean. And the more you talk, the more you can see of someone's facial expression and how they speak, the better place you're going to be to start developing that kind of trust you need for business. We're very pleased to do business with AmCham and with the Belgium-Luxembourg Romanian Moldovan Chamber of Commerce. And thank you very much, Mark. We're keen to carry on with this. And thank you also to the BRCC member, London Stock Exchange Group, who have sponsored Connects for our members in the BRCC. Hope that answers your question. Are we keen to do this again? Yes, I think we are.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to hear that. That's really good. So back to you, Alain.
Yes, I would like to thank everyone who was participating today. For the two other chambers, think about it to do it the same session, but then in the Romanian language. I think it will be an added value. And be connected via Connects. That's all what I can say. And I wish you a very nice afternoon. It's quite raining in Bucharest, sunny in Brussels. So enjoy the afternoon. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you.
Thank you. Vă mulțumim.